preliminary remarks by the chairperson. Good morning to our esteemed colleagues, resource persons, and guests. Welcome to the Committee of Public Order and Safety. The first item of our agenda is the initial deliberation of House Bill number 7651 entitled An Act Institutionalizing the Revitalized Police sa Barangay Coglong of the Philippine National Police and appropriating funds thereof. Authored by Representative Chino Miguel and Mario. This bill aims to institutionalize the RPSP barangays that are located in geographically isolated and achieved by the government in these barangays. The committee has invited resource persons on the DILG, the PNP Directorate for Police Community Relations, and the National Task Force to End Local Communist Armed Conflict, or tinatawag natin NTF-LCAP, to aid us in our deliberations of the measure. The second item of our agenda is the initial consideration of two bills seeking to expressly grant the director of the PNP Anti-Cybercrime Group the power to administer oath and to issue subpoena and subpoena duces eco in relation to its authority to grant cybercrime investigations. These are House Bills number 7911, authored by Representative Joel Archua, and House Bill number 8622 by Representative Salvi Jekoy S. Villa. Under existing law, Republic Act number 6975, or the Department of Interior and Local Government Act of 1990, as amended by Republic Act 10917, only the Chief of the PNP, the Director, and the Deputy Director for the Administration of Criminal Investigation and Detection Group, or CIDG, are engaged in subpoena powers. Aside from the PNP, the committee has invited resource persons from the Cybercrime Investigation and Coordinating Center of the DICT, the Office of the Cybercrime of the Departments of Justice, the NBI Cybercrime Division of the National Bureau of Investigation, and the National Telecommunication Commission to give a position on the said measures. The last item on our agenda is the continuation of the inquiry pursuant to the House Resolution number 1471 introduced by Representative Vice Chairman Romy Ako on the alleged involvement of officers and personnel of the District Special Operation Unit, or DSOU, of the Southern District in the Commission of Crimes Against Chinese Nationals residing in Solomon Park Suits, Parañaque City. Based on the report of the NCR Region Directorate, acts committed by the DSOU personnel included the deactivation of body-worn cameras, planting of firearms, entering other units of the condominium building that were not covered by the search warrant, and confiscating cash during the operation, amounting to 27 million, which was included in the inventory of seized evidence. As a result, the 34 DSOU personnel are currently undergoing summary hearing proceedings, while the former district director of the SPD is also facing administrative disciplinary proceedings. Before we start the discussion, I wish to thank everyone for being here. Despite your busy schedule, magsimula na po tayo. Maraming po salamat. But before we proceed, the Chair would like to recognize to acknowledge the presence of our member, the Long District Representative from General Santos City, Region 12, Congressman Loreto Ancharono, and also the Guapo, Congressman from Region 10, Long District, Iligan City. Ito, Honorable President Celso, Vice Chairman Celso Regencia. Okay, so let's start. So we will be our next item of our agenda is the initial deliberation of 7651. So the Chair would like to recognize Congressman Chino Almario for your sponsorship on this House Bill number 7651. You are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and good morning to everyone. So, I would just like to also point out to this August body that this bill was filed also previously by my father during the 18th Congress under House Bill number 7348, which has the same title. And we are also refiling it as well for this Congress. On top of the explanatory remarks, I would also just like to add that this bill has had a positive impact on the localities all across the nation. And we've also had as well good feedback from our friends from the PNP regarding the effects of both of this program to both the civilians and as well as our police. Um, the Revitalized Police sa Barangay program has been something has had unexpected but positive effects to the community. One of which is also the positive impact on our local lawkeepers to the community. And this has also been evident as well, especially in our district, which is the second district of Davao Oriental, since we also have very many geographically isolated and disadvantaged areas. So this being said, I would like to pass the explanatory note as my sponsorship remark, on top of what I've just mentioned also, and as well as to also enjoy everyone as well in the and seeing this bill pass and hopefully become a law as well in our country. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Miguel. Were these filed by your dad before? And your lola as well?
No. Just my father.
You were talking about your father and your lola. You were also together. Anyway, with the proceeding for the resource persons from the following agencies. So simulan muna natin siguro sa PNP Director for Police Communication, kay General Edgar Okubo. Ay, si sir? Okay, sige sir.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. To Honorable Dan Fernandez, the Chairman, Committee on Public Order and Safety. Likewise to the sponsor of House Bill 7651, Representative Chino Miguel Almario, the second district, sir, of other members of the student committee. Good morning, sir and ma'am. We have prepared a background on RPSP and the read, sir, for the benefit of attendees. In 2011, the Philippine National Police conceptualized the program Police Depot sa Barangay as an addendum activity to LOI 2209 Bayanihan, otherwise known as Barangay Peacekeeping Operations. The program entails the need to assign one policeman in every barangay to serve as a conduit between the community and the PNP, pursue an effective police-community partnership in support of sustained barangay-based anti-crime strategy. In 2018, Executive Order Number 70 was issued institutionalizing the whole-of-nation approach and establishing the National Task Force to end local communist armed conflict. This executive order sought to coordinate various agencies and sectors to address the root causes of insurgency and armed conflict comprehensively. The Revitalized Police sa Barangay program emerged from the collaborative efforts of the Regional Development Council 11 and Regional Peace and Order Council 11 in 2019. During joint meeting, these councils agreed to align development interventions with conflict-affected barangays. The PNP and Armed Forces of the Philippines were tasked to identify priority barangays for target development interventions, initially identifying 55 priority barangays. Guided by EO 70 and other legal frameworks, the Police Regional Office 11 conceptualized and implemented the RPSP as a strategic action plan to contribute to the holistic framework for ending local communist armed conflict. The program complements the government's clear hold, consolidate, develop methodology in addressing insurgency issues. RPSP aims to achieve the following missions towards safe and conflict-resilient barangays: to sustain the gains of the community support program, the AFP, and the LGUs, prevent the resurgence of insurgency, insulate the unaffected communities, and ensure and secure the implementation of government projects and activities. The RPSP program has played a significant role in supporting AFP and other government agencies, leading to the collapse of 15 guerrilla fronts, resulting in the declaration of Davao as an insurgency-free region in 2022. The RPSP program has continued to play a crucial role in sustaining government gains in geographically isolated and disadvantaged areas, preventing resurgence of insurgency throughout the country nowadays.
Furthermore, the RPSB program has also been implemented in highly urbanized cities. On December 20, 2022, SAP RPSB was deployed in Sitio Gitna, Caydiga, Barangay 166, Caloocan City to assist the National Housing Authority, Department of Social Welfare Development, Department of Public Works and Highways, and local government unit of Caloocan City in relocating the informal shelter families to open a 320-meter stretch of the Mindanao Avenue Extension Project that has been stalled for 40 years. The RPSB linked up the necessary services for the ISFs with the said agencies, which resulted in successful relocation of the ISFs and continued the completion of the 6 lanes, 3.2-kilometer long highway that will ease the perennial traffic problem in NCR. At present, there are 6 RPSB teams from the National Capital Region Police Office deployed in drug-affected barangays and areas with presence of left-leaning sectoral groups. In light of the foregoing, the Philippine National Police recommends that RPSB program will be implemented in identified priority barangays, and a minimum of 5-man team shall be deployed in the identified priority barangays. In conclusion, the institutionalization of revitalized Pulisang Barangay program will ensure its sustainable implementation amidst changes in the PNP leadership. Through sustained engagement, enhanced service delivery, and proactive measures against insurgency, RPSB not only strengthens law enforcement capabilities, but its presence in the priority barangays will assist the delivery of government services, particularly in hard-reached areas that made these areas a stronghold for insurgency, and in the HUCs with high incidence of crime and drug affectation. The institutionalization of this program not only solidifies the PNP's commitment to community-centered policing, but also underscores the government's dedication to ensuring safety, security, and socio-economic advancement for every Filipino. If you may allow, sir, may I play a 3 minutes video only encapsulating the vision of RPSB, where our policemen serve as doctors, nurses, engineers, social workers, carpenters, masons, and all others that bringing and connects the needed services of the people in the barangay back to the local government unit. May 3 minutes video, sir, na kung pwedeng
Mga
presenta.
ilan siya, mga 2 hours. Hindi naman.
Hindi, sir, 3 minutes lang, sir, 3 minutes po.
Okay, so before that, the chair would like to acknowledge the presence of Congressman from the Lone District of Sihor, Congressman Sally Villa. Sige, go ahead, sir.
Yes, thank you, sir. The music of the video, sir, is original composed also of the, by the PNP. Isang paring police sir yung nag-compose nun, which yung nilagay niya sa background sa music video.
Isang bisig punta sa liblib na barangay pamamahala. Maayos na gobyerno, isalaysay sandatay pulang isina martilyo at wala. Ang ikaw lang pinapangarap nila. Tayo na sa kumpero magkakaisa. Hangad na may mga pulis sa barangay. Tapusin ang karogaan nila at pakitin ang buhay. Para sa sinugong pinatulong kahit ginhawa. Mapalit liburan kasama buong pamilya. Bilang pulis presensya ng komunidad. Kung di maramdaman, servisyo may bibigyan. Tayo na sa liblib na barangay. Watawat ng Pinas, iwagay. Ang PSP servisyo may integridad para sa komunidad. Kami ay Sa makinhawang buhay kabayang ikaw na lang sa barangay. Para ang bansa ang buhay ay hayahay. Magpatupad ang pag-asa at saya. Mas ang gobyerno magkakaisa. Bilang pulis presensya ng komunidad. Kundi maramdaman sa serbisyong may dignidad. Tayo na sa liblib na barangay. Walang tawag ng Pinas. Magaywan ang PSP serbisyong may integridad. Para sa komunidad. Servising sa liblib na barangay. Pamamahalang ayos na gobyerno. Isalaysay sa datay ko lang isinamakilo at malapit. Tayo na sa liblib na barangay. Tawag ng Pinas, magaywan ang PSP serbisyong may integridad. Para sa komunidad. Tayo na sa liblib na barangay. Tawag ng Pinas, magaywan ang PSP serbisyong may integridad. Para sa nasa liblib na barangay. Pamamahalang ayos na gobyerno. Isalaysay.
Hey, maraming salamat. Sino direct ito? If I may ask. Yes, sir. Sino direct? Nung video presentation.
Ang official sir, the Director of Police Community Relations.
Okay, kukunin ko sa pelikula. Okay, so we proceed to next ano? Before we proceed, the chair would like to recognize our Vice Chair from the 3rd District of Quezon, Region 4A, Congressman Reynante Arrogancia. And yeah, also Congressman
Thank you po, Ma'am Bing. Medyo mag-ilapsit po.
Yan. Okay, so, punta tayo sa NTF Talak, si Director Ferdinand Bali. Ano masabi niyo po dito sa bill na to? Sino ba si NTF? Sa Alcalde?
Sir, good morning.
Yes.
Please allow me to read the support of the internal to this endeavor.
Go ahead.
As it was presented a while ago, the revitalized police sa barangay trace its roots from the PNP's program, Police Niyo Po sa Barangay in 2011, which was enhanced in 2015 by the new brand name of Revitalized Barangay Peacekeeping Operations. The program envisioned to deploy one policeman in each of the barangay nationwide to be the channel of efficient communication between the PNP and the community to have a well-organized and effective police-community relations and partnership in support of a constant and operational anti-crime strategy. This program is also a venue to closely coordinate, collaborate, cooperate, and converge of all the efforts of the PNP and the barangay populace to eradicate all kinds of criminality and terrorism in the barangays. Recognizing the effectiveness of the program, the Regional Police 11 modified and strengthened the Police Niyo Po sa Barangay program into an expanded program called the Revitalized Police sa Barangay in the year 2019. As its effort to support the National Task Force to end local armed conflict, which was founded in December 4, 2018, through the issuance of the EU-70 that institutionalizes the whole of nation and whole of government approach upward on good governance in attaining inclusive and sustainable peace and development in the geographically isolated and disadvantaged areas as well as in conflict-affected and vulnerable areas. And DFLCAC synchronized the government's instrumentalities of power with the capabilities of private sector stakeholders to end the 50 years of deceit, lies, and atrocities committed by the communist terrorists against the Filipino people. Since its inception, the PSP, the issues and interventions identified by the CSP operators that will eventually transition into the conduct of members of insurgency to include the agrarian revolution issues, poverty, lack of economic opportunities, social injustice, and inaccessibility to government services. As of this date, January 30, 2024, there were no reported recruitment and extortion activities made by the CPP and PNDF in the said region. The failure of the CPP and PNDF to recover is due to the effective implementation of the limited RPSP programs, projects, and activities in the barangays, thus isolating the local populace from the CPP and PNDF propaganda and hate narratives, as well as to their extortion activities. Be that as it may, the PNP should not just enjoy their laurels of victory and lay down their guards, but instead, they must prepare to be more proactive in sustaining the gains of the overall success of ending the local communist armed conflict in the country. For despite the gains the government has achieved, the threats posed by the remaining number of the CPP and PNDF remains as the major internal threat to the peace and order situation of the country. It has been proven in the past that the CPP and PNDF is always resilient in rebounding and recovering from their losses. A classic example was in the 1990s when they were on the verge of collapse, but they were able to recover and become once again a serious threat to peace and development in the country. The recovery efforts of the CPP and PNDF and the presence of the remnants in the clear barangays and communities from their influence should not be belittled and still demand the whole of government approach and whole of society participation to totally eliminate the CPP and PNDF threat in the vulnerable barangays and in geographically isolated in disadvantaged areas that are still the presence of the main drivers of insurgency, such as agrarian revolution, poverty, lack of economic opportunities, social injustice, and inaccessibility to government services. The successes of the implementation of the RPSP in the Davao region only shows that this one of the PNP's best practices could be institutionalized and implemented on a nationwide scale in order to be more responsive to the implementation of the programs, projects, and activities in the clear barangays from CPP and PNDF influence in order to deny the recovery and expansion efforts. Once institutionalized, it is envisioned that the RPSB shall be the facilitator of agencies and stakeholders in bringing the needed services in the geographically isolated, in disadvantaged areas, as well as in conflict-affected, in vulnerable areas that are not easily reached by the government instrumentalities. We recommend, therefore, that the various programs of the RPSB shall include the denial or to seek to deny the populace from joining organizations that are considered threat to national security. In fact, the RPSB is very effective when deployed in urban areas, aside from the red areas such as in the key cities of Metro Manila, the cities of Cebu, Iloilo, Davao, Baguio City, and other cities and town centers nationwide where the CPP and PNDF urban operatives are frequently seen, felt, and operates. Their primary objective is to conduct counter-urban operations in any areas where the CPP and PA conduct white area operations or urban infiltration operations. It is to concentrate our PSP efforts in the paralysis against their party organization and party leadership, which means that the paralysis efforts must concentrate on elimination, neutralization, and dismantling of core country committees or core country leaders that provide leadership at every level of every operations of the CPP through effective police operations. Since the PNP is deployed everywhere in the country, the RPSB can surely address the white area operations capability of the CPP regional party committees and district party committees in their operations to establish party branches in key territorial areas down to the level of district party committees. Their PSP operations will address the underground mass organizations and underground support network of the CPP and PNDF so that they cannot be successful in developing underground mass movement and party building. Hence, the deployment in these urban centers will surely reduce or totally eliminate the CPP and PNDF recruitment in the student and youth sector, trade union that includes the labor sector, transport sector, and urban poor, women's sector, middle forces to include the professionals, religious sector, and other advocacy groups, and the PESA sector composed of farmers and fisher folks. The program shall also prepare the PNP to take the lead in addressing internal security, that they be prepared for more important tasks and mission in external security to secure the integrity of the country's sovereignty from foreign threats. This institutionalization of the RPSB will also provide the PNP with the elbow room to program needed capacity building training and funds for its identified programs, projects and activities that will be implemented, whether the RPSB will be deployed to sustain the gains of the CSP and RCSP and the whole efforts of the government to address the drivers of insurgency and to totally end the local communities armed conflict. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you so much, Director Badarin. Before we proceed, Chair would like to acknowledge the presence of our congressman from the 2nd District of Davao de Oro, Region 11, Congressman Noel Peter Gonzaga. Sir, welcome. So, may first question, may tanong lang ako, Badarin, are you company on this, you have the authority to tell us how many persons were already been successful in the operation of the NPF NALCAP. So, in other words, kung sabihin 16 yan, ilang region na po ang clear?
Actually, sir, since the start of the operation of the NDF NALCAP in 2019, we have 89 active guerrilla fronts. As of today, sir, there are only 11 guerrilla fronts that have already actually they are already weekend guerrilla fronts. So therefore, we don't have any active guerrilla fronts right now.
So, 18 before.
89 before, sir.
89 before.
Yes, sir.
So ngayon,
We only have 11 remaining.
11 pero hindi sila active.
Yes, sir. They are all weekend.
Subdued.
Yes, sir.
So in other words, yung tanong ko, na region 1 to 17, ilan ang clear dito? Kasi I heard that the military would like to propose to the president that all those regions will be declared insurgent free. So,
Yes, sir.
what I'm trying to ask you right now is, do you have the authority to tell us that out of the 17 regions, ilan dito ang clear?
Sir, so far we only have 3 regions declared as insurgency free. We have Region 1, we have Region 11, and we have Region 9.
And then NCR.
NCR, sir, is we still have these white area operations and NCR. The white area operations, this is where the organizations supporting to the CPP and PNDF are staying. And they are
So,
still,
politika,
yes, sir.
NDF.
Yes, sir.
So, ibang klase ng warfare.
Yes,
So,
sir.
it's not a,
However, sir, these PNDF are also the one recruiting in our schools, in our companies. They are recruiting laborers to arm, to join the armed struggle.
if you identify those recruiters in this city,
I think, sir, I don't have the list of those
can you
recruiters.
submit to us the list of those recruiters
Yes, sir, we will,
for
sir.
us to find out? Ano yan, mga members ng NDF?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you kindly submit to us?
Yes, sir.
Please,
We will do that.
members will be aware as well. Kasi yung in relation to the field of Congressman Almario, it's very imperative that we put policemen on barangays of RPSB. Can you kindly tell us that this is one of the elements that make the NDF what?
Yes, sir. The number one there is the reduction of the complete staff of the recruitment in the white area. Because if we would stop the recruitment in the white area, automatically, sir, there will be no support going to the red
Yes,
areas.
okay. Police, sa, naman sa PNP, ilan ang natin, ang force natin? 222,000 ba ang police force?
Yes, sir. Bali po sa latest rank profile namin, sir, mayroong at least 231,800.
How many barangays do we have?
We have 24,000, around 27 barangays.
So 24,000 will be deployed to the different barangays if ever this bill will be institutionalized. So what will be the effect of those 24,000? Kasi kung one police and one barangay, ang pinag-proposal mo, Congressman Almario, di ba? One police, one barangay. Ano ba? No specific. At least one, oo. Yan. At least one barangay that is designated. Oo. So kung 24, kung dalawa yan, that will be 48,000.
Yes, sir.
So
But,
what will be the probability that this bill being acted upon and became a law? What will be the effect of that? For example, two per barangay, that will be 48,000. What will be the effect on the the capability of the PNP per se sa inyong action as an organization?
yes, sir. We have options, sir. The first option, sir, is i-priority muna natin yung mga GIDAS and ICAS barangay which are really on the far-flung areas.
Priority
Medyo
mo na sila.
Yes, sir. And medyo mahirapan po tayo sa proposal na one policeman per barangay. Kasi nga, as nasabi po ng NTF-ELCAT, may mga weekend guerrilla plans pa. And the strength almost reach 10, 20 pa sila, 30, kahit weekend.
Pero sinasabi nila, deterrent din yun eh. And because nagkakaroon nga ng remnants, nagka-remnants na lang, tapos pag nawala yung visibility ng police, so somehow bumabalik sila eh.
Yes, sir.
So I think this is very important eh.
Yes,
Kung
sir.
mag-deal eh. But ang problem is, kung maglalagay tayo ng 24,000 or 48,000 doon, which I think is better than putting all those personnel in the station and doing nothing. Alam mo, nagiging complacent yung mga police natin nandun sa station eh. Ngayon, hindi na ako piikot eh. Sa tama I remember one congressman was saying to us eh, nung time daw nila, ikot sila ng ikot sa mga kanya eh. Lakad ng mga police. Mayroon mga police at doon lang sa mobile patrol car nila. O kaya, nandun na sa station. Kaya makikita mo mga police, alam lang din siya.
Yes, sir.
So, yun ang biro lang. Pero ang sinasabi ko, it's better that we put those people, those personnel, no? 48,000 yan, na nakakalat sa mga barangay. Para kumikilo sila. Pero may tanong ako kay Congressman Almario. Kasi I have read this bill last night. Ang nakalagay dito, parang pinabasa ako dyan, those, maaari, yung mga policeman na taga doon barangay na yun, doon po sila i-assign. Kasi yung dialect, yung culture, alam na. But of course, baka maaari maging masyadong complacent na naman yung police dahil nandun sa barangay na yun. Pamilyar yung okay siya, advantage siya, familiarity. But the disadvantage is, kung halimbawa ando na siya, hindi ko na siya matatagpuan, nasa bahay nila, natutulog na lang lagi sa bahay niya. So, there are those disadvantages as well. So, would it be possible na hindi siya sa barangay niya? Kumbaga sa other localities. Because we can assign somebody else who knows the dialect, who knows the culture, but not exactly on that barangay, on that city, or that municipality.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. The point is actually very well taken. There is the spirit behind the inclusion of item B, section 5, which is that the barangay police should be native to the barangay, was to be able to introduce a local police force that is also well accepted by the local community in an instant. However, that being said, also with the consideration of complacency, we can either put in additional guidelines in the IRR to also add guidelines maybe as to at least to prevent complacency from the police. But we can also as well maybe add to the existing bill to include guidelines that would allow the police to be highly effective and to prevent also complacency in the barangays.
Sa mga congressman at Mario, kasi sa section 5 na pinakalagay doon, they must be native to the barangay. So with that, most likely we can somehow put some amendments on this section 5, letter B, to put what you call this, some parang form of amendment to this section. Would you be agreeable to that?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Siguro kita na maganda naman itong bill eh. Kung wala namang mga katanong na ating mga kasamaang congressman dito, I think aprobahan na po natin ito. Napakaganda naman. Siguro this will be also referred to commitment ng operation. Kasi may funding requirements to. So siguro kung wala namang question yung ating mga kasamahan, may I request for a adoption of this Congressman Gonzaga, please.
This is with regard to the requirement of the police of the barangay police shall be native to the barangay. My question here to the PNP. Sir, if we have to adopt this as one of the elements, they must be native to the barangay. Mawawalan kayo ng flexibility, hindi nyo na ma-reassign police. So, ibig sabihin, De La Cruz ay taga isang barangay, barangay De La Cruz din. Doon siya ma-assign because he is native to the barangay. Mawawalan ng fleksibilidad. Yung PNP dyan, sa hierarchy ng PNP, na ililipat siya. Kasi there is this requirement, he must be native to the barangay. Please, what is your take on that?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, Mr. Chair. Tama po yan, sir. If mag-limit lang tayo ng police na native siya sa barangay na yan, baka maubusan po yung isang area ng taga-native doon. Kaya kailangan po, sir, flexible tayo. Maganda nga yung nagro-rotate, sir. Nagro-rotate yung police natin. Hindi sila maging permanent doon. Doon sa deployment po ng RPSB, it's a 6 months immersion. After 6 months, sir, bagong batch ulit. For them to engage and get experience sa community policing ng RPSB. And then, kung maaari, sir, our smallest unit sana is a 5-man team, sir, kasi yun ang presence pa ng mga weekend killers nandun pa. And then, siyempre, pag mag-assign ka ng isang police, sir, minsan may maraming problema po yung police. Schedule siya for medical, schooling, pinapareport siya for accounting, and siyempre, medyo malungkot dahil nag-isa siya, sir. So, smallest team sana is 5. And then, para makasya lahat, sir, we cluster barangays from 3 to 5 barangays na alagaan po ng team na yun. And then, makakasya naman po. Makakasya.
Okay. So, Congressman Gonzaga, I think valid yung observation ni Congressman Gonzaga. Before I recognize Congressman Acharon, siguro pwede na natin isama yun sa amendment subject to style proposal natin. So, sige, Congressman Acharon.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I think I share the concerns of Congressman Calderon and also here. But I think it's like because the other than the old maxim that familiarity breeds contempt, saka yung nasty ng performance, halimbawa sa pulis na nakasal sa barangay, dahil nagkaroon siya, problema din po tayo sa enforcement function ng isang pulis na magiging familiar na sa mga kababayan o kasama niya sa barangay. Parang tayo na lang. Paano mo i-enforce yung regulation doon, kung kayo ay magbabarkada na, nagkaroon ka. Siyempre, di ba may problema tayo doon. So, I really subscribe and I enjoy the call or the move that we take and
The good thing is that the chairman or the author of the bill is amenable to this provision of section 5, section 5, letter B. So we will be approving this bill, but of course we need a motion.
May I also just ask a question as well to our resource persons? Sir, if we may, can you also shed light to us on what is the current practice by the PNP in terms of at least the policemen being assigned to the barangays. What is the current arrangement? Where are they from? So that we can also shed light as well to us in the community.
Yes, sir. For the current practice po ng PNP, hindi naman namin in-observe talaga yung taga doon yung pulis na nilagay sa barangay. Minsan maganda nga po siyang hindi taga doon dahil mag-develop siya ng relationship and then hindi siya basta nakakausap din ng mga tao na may kalokohan na inisip dahil hindi nila kilala. And maganda kayong walang relative kasi mas ma-enforce niya yung mga functions niya, yung law, yung peace doon sa different areas. So, minimix lang po namin siya. Maintain na taga doon yung member na hindi tayo taga doon po. Minimix lang po siya kasi hindi namin kayang comply. Yung talagang taga doon siya, na doon na siya, umiikot po siya. An-enforce po namin sir after a certain period of 1 to 2 years deployment, naalis po siya for schooling for his next promotion. So, rotation po siya, rotation.
Yes, that's correct. Based on your experience for so many years, many years since the adoption of the organization, marami na po kayong experience. So, sige, Congressman Almario.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Maybe also request as well, maybe a position from the PNP as to what would they think would be the best guidelines also relative to the bill being passed, so that at least the committee can marry the proposals from the PNP as well as also the proposals from the bill, just to at least have the best impact on the localities as well as to the PNP.
Yeah, submit to us right away, no, para at least kapag na-approve namin ito, yung amendment, we will be putting in the bill as well. Yun lang naman kung paano yung best approach yun sa area ng native yung lalagay sa locality.
Yes, sir. We already have the PNP member circular on this deployment at RPSP.
Submit to us.
Submit po sa
Yes. Okay, with that, kung wala na po, so we'll be adopting the set House bill. So any motion for the adoption? Congressman Arrogator.
Motion to approve, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, there's a motion to approve the House bill number 7651, subject to amendments and style, and second motion. There's a second motion and the objection being none, the second motion is now approved. Congratulations. So those who are not involved in the first House bill, you can already excuse. Maraming salamat sa inyong partisipasyon. We will now be proceeding to the next item, yung ating pong House Bill number 7911, authored by Congressman Joel Chua. We will be asking Congressman Joel Chua for his sponsorship remarks, please. You recognize Congressman Chua.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I wish to include my explanatory note as my sponsorship speech. And in addition to that, Mr. Chair, I would like to provide some inputs. Mr. Chair, this is not actually something novel to the PNP. Actually, during last administration or sometime in 2018, the Congress passed similar House Bill, Republic Act 10971, entitled an act granting the chief of the PNP and the director and the deputy director for administration of the CIDG, the authority to administer oath and to issue subpoena and subpoena duces tecum. But this is only limited to CIDG. So with this House Bill, Mr. Chair, we are including or we are putting some additional inputs to include the director of the anti-cybercrime group. But it is only limited to the director, unlike in the CIDG, pati po yung yata yung deputy director is included. Let me walk you through, Mr. Chair, about the PNP report, which was published in CNN last 2023 or the first half of 2023, wherein the cyber crimes in Metro Manila up by 152%. However, Mr. Chair, at the end of the year or at the end of 2023, the cybercrime cases was up to 400%. So medyo lumala po talaga. In fact, Mr. Chair, I had the opportunity to talk to some agents of the National Bureau of Customs at National Bureau of Investigation with respect to their cybercrime. Sabi po nila, it is very hard on their part to solve this because there are only 9 agents in the NBI who are handling this division. But the problem is, yung cases po is dumadami every month. So, with this additional power or additional power that we are giving the cybercrime division, we are somehow by the granting of this authority, we are somehow trying to help them to expedite the gathering of electronic evidence. But of course, Mr. Chair, I would like to point out that the constitutional right of the suspect or subject will also be respected. And this subpoena duces tecum, Mr. Chair, is limited only to cybercrime and cyber-related cases only. So, just para po sa mga ibang medyo natatakot, limited lang po ito dito. And Mr. Chair, sana po matulungan po tayo ng ating mga miyembro na may pataputo expeditiously para po matulungan din po natin yung PNP, especially yung cybercrime division, to resolve cases. With respect to the number of crimes filed and resolved, siguro maybe later the PNP can provide us. No? Kasi ang dami na po talaga eh. So that's it.
Okay,
That's all.
so that will be one part of your sponsorship.
Yes.
Thank you so much for that. Kung sa mga na lang, 52%, saka 400% in 2023. So we'll be asking mamaya PNP. Sa Congressman Sandy Villa, you are recognized for your sponsorship remark.
Good morning, Mr. Chair, Dan Fernandez. Good morning, everyone. This is also a House Bill number 8622 entitled an Act amending Republic Act number 10973 by further granting the Director of the Philippine National Police Anti-Cybercrime Group the authority to administer oath and to issue subpoena and subpoena duces tecum and for other purposes. I hope that the explanatory note of the measure be adopted as my sponsorship speech. This measure adds the power of the Philippine National Police (PNP) through its chief, the Director and Deputy Director for Administration of the Criminal Investigation Unit to administer or issue subpoena and subpoena duces tecum. This measure will help aid the investigation of the PNP in identifying perpetrators. Lastly, I appreciate the effort of the chairperson, the members of the committee, and the committee secretariat for the opportunity of tackling this measure. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you, Congressman Villa and Congressman Joel Chua. So we'll be proceeding muna sa kay General Interior. So, ano po take nyo about these two bills, please?
To the chairperson, Representative Dan Fernandez, and to the members of the State Committee, my fellow resource persons, magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Unang-una po, the Philippine National Police, particularly the PNP Anti-Cybercrime Group, fully support this House Bill 7911 introduced by Honorable Joel R. Chua, and House Bill number 8622 introduced by Congressman Sati Villa. Hindi po liit sa ating alaman na dumarami po talaga ang cyber crimes sa ating bansa. Noong 2022, ang reported cyber crimes sa PNP ACT ay umabot po ng 13,890. At noong taong 2023, as of December 31, ay umabot po ng 21,300. Ito ay equivalent to 53.12% increase, no? Comparing the two years, no? 2022 and 2023. Karamihan po dito sa mga na-report po na mga cyber crimes sa ating PNP Anti-Cybercrime Group ay nangangailangan po ng warrant to disclose computer data. So, for the year 2023 alone, umabot po sa 875 yung applications po namin ng warrant to disclose computer data. 875%. This is on the average 72 warrant to disclose computer data application per month. Dahil po dito, na-experience po ng ating miyembro ng cybercrime group yung period na kung saan ay very subjective po yung issuance of cyber warrant. May mga korte na mas mabilis mag-issue, may mga korte na mas matagal mag-issue. Dahil po dyan ay marami po sa mga nagreklamo sa anti-cybercrime na nababagalan po na makuha kung sino yung perpetrator. Because we have to apply for cyber warrant at may proseso po yung korte, naabot po minsan sa linggo, may dalawang linggo, depende po sa korte. So, nagkukos po ito ng, sabihin na po natin, demoralizations to the part of the complainant. Kasi pag binigay niya, ito po yung complainant, ay ito po yung nagbiktima sa akin, ito po yung number niya, and then sasabihin po natin investigator on case, ma'am, ito po yung procedure, mag-apply po tayo ng cyber warrant, and kapag tinanong po nung complainant, kailan po natin malalaman, ma'am, yung proseso po, most likely, aabot po na tayo matagal. Aabot po ng worst case scenario, aabot po ng more than 1 month. So, marami po sa mga-complainant natin na maliit lamang at involved na, for example, maliit naman na amount, ay nadi-discourage na po pag-file ng case na ang kanila na lang po ay may report and then hindi na po sila mag-file ng case. Ito po karamihan sa mga reported cybercrimes po sa ACT. Kaya po kami ay fully support this House Bill dahil naniniwala po kami na mas makapibilis po ang ating pag-iimbestiga ng cybercrime, especially on the identification of perpetrators. And pangalawa po, meron po kami issue tungkol sa territorial jurisdiction po ng mga korte natin na kung saan ang warrant to disclose computer data na issue po ng isang korte ay hindi po enforceable outside the territorial jurisdiction. Halimbawa, kung ang cybercrime ay nangyari sa virtual, so yung RTC judge po doon ang mag-i-issue ng cyber warrant dahil po sa bagong policy na may territorial jurisdiction po yung mga judges natin. So isang issue dyan is hindi po siya enforceable doon sa teritoryo ng other judges. So yung territorial jurisdiction po ay isang gray area. Sa ngayon, pinapayagan naman tayo ng, for example, yung cyber warrant ay nag-address sa Chica, which is situated dito sa GGC, sa Taguig City, ay nagko-cooperate naman yung Chica, yung Tapol, no? But kung titignan po natin sa territorial jurisdiction po ng judge, ay hindi po niya covered yung BGC o Taguig City dahil ang kanyang jurisdiction ay doon po sa General Santos City. So with this authority, sa bill po natin na binibigyan po ang Director Anti-Cybercrime Group ng authority to issue subpoena, ay mas mapapabilis po natin na ma-establish yung identity ng mga perpetrators ng cybercrime. And then, pangatlo po, dahil po sa volume ng applications natin for cyber warrant, ay alam naman po natin na ang ating mga korte talaga ay backlog in cases, sobrang dami po. So sa dami ng cybercrimes, lahat po natin nadadagdagan yung dami ng trabaho ng mga judges, which is sa tingin po namin ay pwede naman pong ibigay sa level ng Philippine National Police tulad ng ginagawa ng ibang mga ahensya ng gobyerno na kung saan meron din silang subpoena powers tulad ng NBI, NEA, at ibang ahensya ng gobyerno. So, sa mga previous deliberations din po tungkol sa SIM Registration Act at doon sa USAID law, ay napag-usapan din po itong subpoena powers supposed to be ng PNP. So, medyo hindi po clearly defined doon na ang PNP ACG ay mayroong authority. So with this bill, we hope na ma-clarify at definite na ang maging pagkakaintindi natin doon sa batas na the PNP ACG will have that power. Kasi ang nabanggit lang po is competent specific for the director. Maraming salamat.
Yeah, I think this is so important. Paipasin natin. So we'll be asking also the Citizens and Crime Division. Ano pa lang? NTC muna. Attorney Nilo Lozada, NTC. Your take, please.
On the part of the NTC, Mr. Chair, we support the passage of this bill.
Okay, so much for that. Oh, I like your answer. Straightforward. Okay. So sa ano po tayo sa cybercrime investigation and coordinating coordinating center. Attorney Alvin Navarro, please.
Good morning. Good morning po, Mr. Chair. The CICC fully supports the proposed measure to grant subpoena powers to the ACG. We have 4 grounds, Mr. Chair. Yung una po is we are convinced that this measure is urgently needed. Why? Yun po kasi ating criminal landscape for the past years has already drastically changed. Halos lahat na po ng krimen ngayon ginagamitan na ng information and communications technology. And yun pong legal framework na kung saan nire-require po yung cyber warrants for the seizure, search, seizure, and examination of computer data. Ito po ay 2012 vintage. Kailangan po rin nating isaalang-alang yung pagsulong ng teknolohiya. Alam po natin na yung mga kriminal, hindi po natutulog yan. In fact, lagi pong, they strive to be always a step ahead of everyone. And unfortunately, given the limited resources of law enforcement agencies and investigative offices, sometimes we are in a quandary na kung saan we just want our capabilities just to be equal with them, not necessarily ahead. But of course, that is what we aspire to. So, para po, kahit paano, mabigyan ng proper means ang ating mga kapulisan na nag-iimbestiga, kinakailangan pong mapabilis din yung mga pamamaraan. Dahil nga po nilimitahan, halimbawa, sa direktor ng ACG, yung pag-issue, tiyak po kami na ang kapangyarihan ito naman po ay judiciously na may exercise. Para lang po mawala ang agam-agam sa puso po ng ating publiko. So yun po, ito po ay urgent, kinakailangan na dahil sa mga pagbabago po ng criminal landscape. Yung pangalawa po, kung mapapabilis po ang pagtugon sa mga sumbong o reklamo na patungkol po sa cybercrime o mga krimen na ginagamitan po ng information and communications technology, magkakaroon po ng positibong epekto doon sa publiko. Kasi sa ngayon, Mr. Chair, kagalang-galang na lupon at sponsor sa ating lahat po, minsan po yung publiko, ang pakiramdam ay helpless sila. Dahil idudulog po nila sa kapulisan. Siyempre, dahil po sa mga limitasyon sa kakayahan para tukuyin, halimbawa, kung sino yung mga taong responsable, tumatagal po yung pagbibigay ng tugon doon sa kanilang reklamo. So siguro po, kung ito po ay maigragran sa PNP-ACG, makakatulong po ito para yung pong public confidence sa kakayahan ng pamahalaan ng mga ahensya po na may kinalaman sa pagpapatupad ng batas, aangat po. And marirealize nila that crime does not really pay. It's about time na matakot naman sa atin, the good guys, itong mga bad guys. Yung pangatlo po, gusto po namin i-angkot o i-angkla doon sa karanasan natin nung binigyan natin ng subpoena powers, for example po, ang PNP-CIDG. Kaya po kami, ito ay lumikha ng positibong epekto sa efficiency ng nasabing opisina. So, by reference po, similarly situated naman po ang ACG sa CIDG, we can reasonably project na ito po ay makakatulong.
Sige. Alright, maraming salamat sa iyo sa CIDG po. So, punta na tayo sa NBI, sa Cybercrime Division, NBI, Attorney Jeremy. No, please.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Well, the NBI is yet to submit its position paper, basically within this week, Your Honor, in our legal division. But personally, I don't see any problem with that. As a matter of fact, I'll try and i-channel na niya. And based on experience, mga complainant kasi na pinapadala sa amin from ACG, the issue would be kasi wala silang subpoena power, so nagdadagdagan yung loob namin. For the record, yung report ko kanina ng Good Congressman, nung as po, Your Honor, 2023, meron na kaming 300% pagtaas ko ng cybercrime. So again, we'll be submitting the NBI position paper on the matter within this week po, Your Honor.
Yeah, okay. Attorney, is it true that you have only 9 agents handling the sa anti-cybercrime?
8 na lang po ngayon.
Ha?
8 na lang po ngayon.
Wala na lang?
Yes, kinikita po namin yung
Eh, 300% to 400% yung mga cases nyo. So, out of the 400 cases, kanina nadinig ko that 400% cases. Ilan na nasolve dito sa 400%, sa 300%?
Yeah, 2023, Your Honor, we were able to conduct almost 50 traffic declaration within the 3 years.
50?
Yes, sir, in traffic declaration.
So, out of the so ilang cases yun?
Nasa 60, Your Honor.
So, 30 lang nasolve ninyo. Yung 30, pero hindi nasolve yun.
No, may mga ongoing cases kasi, Your Honor, na
Okay.
we need to continue appear on the hearings of the cases.
Oh, sige, okay. So, we'll be proceeding with the Congressman Acharon para sa line of question niya. Pero before the chair recognize you, may tanong lang ako sandali. Kasi kanina natinig ko 875 cases ng cyber warrant that was applied. Tapos 72 lang yung ongoing. Pero ba yun? Totoo yan? 875 cases. Na-apply ba ito lahat ng warrant? Or 72 lang yung na-apply ng warrant?
Mr. Chair, for PNP ACG for calendar year 2023, we have applied 875. We have 875 applications. And on the average, this is 72 applications per month.
Okay, so 72. Oh, okay. So 72 na na-apply nyo, na-serve nyo yung warrant? For how many months or weeks were you able to get? Anong general percentage? Kung nag-apply kayo, sinasabi nyo kanina, matagal yung application, tapos umaabot ng ilang linggo or buwan. So, ilang percentage yung gaano matagal?
Let me clarify, Mr. Chair. We have 875 approved applications
Okay.
for warrant to disclose computer data. This for the full year. 875 na approved applications ng
Kaya nga, ang tanong ko kasi, General, kung sa 875 na approved na warrant, no? So, gaano katagal inabot yung warrant na yun? Pag nagbigay ng warrant is yung korte.
Tulad na sinabi ko po kanina, Mr. Chair, it depends on the judge who is issuing the warrant. May mga judge po na mabilis, but in Metro Manila, ay inaabot po talaga tayo ng weeks. In Metro Manila.
Mga ilang weeks?
3 weeks. Is it 3 weeks minimum?
3 weeks, so natago na yung laptop, natago na yung mga gadgets, kung in other words. Kung
Yes,
talagang very imperative yung time element, wala na, nakatakbo na, kumbaga.
Yeah.
So, anyway, sa 875, kasi yun ang gusto ko malaman yung 3 weeks na sinasabi mo, ilang percentage kaya yan? You don't have the knowledge about it. Dapat yung percentage niya para at least, alam ko, 875 na na-issue na warrants sa cyber warrant. So, ilang percentage yung inabot ng ganun katagal? Kung ilan yung inabot ng pag nag-file ka, katulad ng iniimbestigahan namin nila Congressman Ako, right away, binibigay agad ng judge. Ito kasi kung sinasabi mo 3 weeks. Abay, ilan na lang ang ganun katagal?
We can prepare a statistics how many were granted during in just 1 week.
Sige, pakibigay para at least maano namin i-study po natin yung difference ng kung bibigyan ng subpoena power yung ACG. But later on, we will be asking Congressman Ako because he was the sponsor of the one who was mentioned by Congressman Chua about the amendment of the Public Act. The 7160, the Public Act number 11973. So, before I recognize Congressman Ako, Congressman Acharon,
May I just ask, General Bernio, ilan po ang director ng ating anti-cybercrime group?
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, isa lang po.
Isa. Is the director of the anti-cybercrime group blessed with the function of investigating?
The unit is mandated to conduct cybercrime investigation, Your Honor. So we have investigators.
Is not the function to issue subpoena and subpoena disrespect part of the administrative function of a officer given the right to administer oath?
For administrative matters, Your Honor, we can administer.
On administrative matters?
Yes, sir.
Even if you are not investigating?
Yes, sir.
Is that correct? What is the basis for saying so? Gentlemen? What do you get the basis, the legal basis for saying that even if you are not the function of investigating, you can issue subpoena disrespect because you are authorized to administer oath? What is that?
As of now, Your Honor, we don't have that authority to administer the oath of the witnesses or those who are under investigation.
Okay. General, yung pang ating director ng anti-cybercrime, is it the equivalent position of Bureau Director?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
The equivalent of the Bureau Director is the Chief PNP.
Okay. Because I remember in the provisions of the administrative code, enumerate ng batas yung mga officers who are authorized to administer oath. And among those listed or enumerated by the law is the director, general director, bureau director. So I am not sure if by passing this one, it's going to amend the provision of the administrative code. Or plus na to, or kapag ito ay dagdag na lang, dahil ito ay nakalista na talaga sa Executive 292 or otherwise known as the Administrative Code of the Philippines. What is your take on that?
Sir, dito ko na lang, sir. Apat kayo, sir.
Ako.
Okay. Ay,
Sino magsusulat? Ito yung camera. Para sa kanya. Lahat Pilipino? Or pwede mo ipasa sa kanya?
Apo.
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, regarding po sa question about the authority to administer oath dun sa administrative code, dito po sa section 50 ng Section 50 of Republic Act 6975, power to administer oaths, ay sinabi po dito, officials of the Commission who are appointed by the President as well as officers of the PNP from rank of Inspector, which is Lieutenant sa ngayon, to Senior Superintendent shall have the power to administer oath on dito po nakalagay.
Reconciliation, if there is need to make a harmony of the provision of the administrative code in the bill now for consideration.
Thank you. Medyo may matter, no? So, expect lang ni Congressman Acop, no? I think, medyo na rin ako doon, medyo na, hindi naman na withdraw, but parang may nakita rin akong konting conflict. So, Congressman Acop, can you kindly expound on that issue that you were there last?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Hindi po ako, magtatanong na po ako kay what is your present position?
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, I'm the Director of the PNP Anti-Cybercrime Group.
Member of Class 92?
Yes, yes, sir.
And ikaw na sa top bracket ng 92 na pumunta sa police. Together with Major General Para. Yes, anyway, I asked, what law created the anti-cybercrime to
Republic Act 10175, Your Honor.
will you please read the title of that?
Republic Act number 10175, an act defining cybercrime, providing for the prevention, investigation, suppression, and the imposition of penalties therefore and for other purposes.
Could you please read the specific provision of that law that would have mandated the PNP to create the anti-cybercrime group?
This is section 10, Your Honor. Law enforcement authorities, the National Bureau of Investigation and the Philippine National Police shall be responsible for the efficient and effective law enforcement of the provisions of this act. The NBI and the PNP shall organize a cybercrime unit or center manned by special investigators to exclusively handle cases involving violations of this act.
Thank you. Do you have the IRR of that law pertaining to section 10?
Yes, Your Honor.
Could you please read to us the provisions of the IRR so far as section 10 is concerned?
Section 10, powers and functions of law enforcement authorities.
Basahin mo para malaman natin if you really were granted by the law to conduct investigations and fight cases. Kasi yung CIDG was created also pursuant to law, right?
Yes.
And it has the jurisdiction to investigate and fight all criminal cases committed in this jurisdiction. Tama?
Yes.
Yes, so I'm just asking para kasi dapat alam nyo yan dahil pumapayag kayo na magkaroon kayo ng ng subpoena powers. So I just want to know yung legal basis ninyo.
Let me proceed on. To Section 10, powers and functions of law enforcement authorities, the NBI and PNP Cybercrime Unit or Division shall have the following powers and functions. Letter A, investigate all cybercrimes where computer systems are involved. Letter B, conduct data recovery and forensic analysis on computer systems and other electronic evidence seized. Letter C, formulate guidelines in investigation, forensic evidence recovery, and forensic data analysis consistent with industry standard practices. Letter D, provide technological support to investigating units within the
Tama na. So you are mandated to investigate violations of the anti-cybercrime law.
That's correct.
Right. And would that provision of law include all other investigative agencies?
No, Your Honor.
No. So it can also, that jurisdiction can also be exercised by, for example, the CIDG.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. So when you investigate, are you supposed to be the ones to find the cases for violations of this, the anti-cybercrime law? Is that your practice now?
Yes, Your Honor.
you are the one filing cases for violation. And therefore, it is necessary for you to have the power to issue subpoena and subpoena to Suskepo. For them to compel witnesses and persons complain of the appeal. Tama?
Yes, Your Honor, but our intention really is to address the issues on establishing the identity of perpetrators, which are, or the data can be provided by the telcos and other companies, just like the data coming from the database of telco, with the implementation of the SIM registration act.
Mr. Chair, I do not have any violent objection so far as this bill, these two bills are concerned. My only observation is that your IRR of Section 10 is not provided for by the law. Kayo na po ang naglagay niyan yung gumawa ng IRR. And if it is not provided for by law, and you include it in your IRR, this becomes, or these things become ultra-virus act.
Correct. So, I think,
So, yun lang ang observation ko dyan. But, Mr. Chair, I do not have any.
yes. Better that you have arrived on Congressman Ako, and basically, Congressman Acharo was about to ask parang same question. So, what we have to do right now is to just consolidate. We will have a motion for the consolidation of these two bills, and we will be requiring again the PNP and all other agencies concerned to help us, and guide us on this consolidation. So, taking into account the worry of the two congressmen who have given their reservation. Actually, okay kami sa lahat, but of course, kung meron namang ganyang ultra-virus yung position, medyo may saliwa. So, we will be fixing that on our consolidation meeting. So, I need a motion for the consolidation of these two House bills. Congressman Arrogancia, please. So,
Chairman, we need the motion to consolidate to House Bill. House Bill number 711 and 888.
there's a motion to consolidate the two House bill, and there's a second motion. Is there any objection? Hearing none, the said motion is now approved. Okay, so thank you so much to all those who have been invited for these two House bills, and rest assured that we will be asking you for your presence again on the consolidation meeting of these two House bills. For the meantime, 2-minute suspension while we are inviting the PNP officials on the second topic that we are going to conduct. 2-minute suspension. Thank you so much, everybody. Maraming salamat.
Guevara.
Ano po mga kababayan, iba naman ang agenda natin, pero patungkol pa rin sa public and safety ng PNP. At marami na ngayon yung mga PNP, yung mga opisyal na nandirito. Ang hindi lang natin nakikita yung ating mga pinakamataas na opisyal ng PNP. Wala pa dito.
Hearing resumed. The chair would like to acknowledge presence of Congressman Jonathan Torres from the 2nd District of the Bukidnon. Sir, welcome to the committee. And I want to know, coming back. So, this is the continuation of our hearing for today's coming investigation. The second item of our agenda is the continuation of the deliberation on House Resolution number 1471, resolution authored by Vice Chairman Romy Ako, a resolution calling on the House Committee on Public Order and Safety and other appropriate committees to conduct an investigation in aid of legislation on the alleged involvement of the officers and personnel of the Philippine National Police assigned at the Office of the PNP, NCR, the Special Operations Unit, Southern Police District, on the commission of the crimes of unlawful arrest, arbitrary detention, robbery, extortion, and rape coercion against 4 female Chinese nationals. So we will be proceeding to the next item of our agenda, which is the calling of those resource persons who have been invited on this hearing who have not taken their oath yet. So those who have not taken their oath yet, can you kindly raise your hand? Who are the new invited guests on this hearing? All those who are been invited just today, please raise your right hand. Please stand up, for the taking of the oath of those who have been invited for today's hearing. Comsec, you are ordered to take the oath of those invited speakers, please.
Raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this inquiry. Thank you.
Sa head ng NCRPO, General Natales, all those people who have been invited by this committee, have they attended the today's hearing? Kasi ang dami po dito, General Natales, wala naman pong hindi umattend sa lahat ng imbitahan natin. Are they all here on today's investigation?
There are 2 personnel, Your Honor, they have gone on our.
Who are those?
Police Constable and Solomon.
Solomon and Constable.
That information.
Congressman, okay, go ahead.
When you say able, what do you mean by that?
They were able already, Your Honor, and currently they are being investigated. So these are hearing proceedings with the
And were they part of the operation?
Yes, Your Honor.
And I know their participation in the operation.
May I refer the question to the investigator, Colonel Vermin.
Okay, Colonel yeah. Sige, Colonel, please, can you reply on the query of Congressman Ako, please?
Yes, sir, Secretary. Sergeant Montibon was part of the perimeter security during the operation.
Sergeant ano yan?
Montibon.
And the other one?
LD Sergeant Lanaya was Solomon, part of security set.
Part of the
Security set.
security.
Perimeter security.
Perimeter security. When you say perimeter security, nasa basement sila.
Yes, sir.
Yes, hindi sila pumunta doon sa lobby ng 18th floor.
Umakyat po sila.
Umakyat din.
Yes, sir.
At may perimeter security sila, tapos nandun sila sa one. Ang alam ko na perimeter security, nagpapay sa basement.
Yes, sir. Sa team composition na, sir, they were three perimeter security.
Pero umakyat.
Yes, sir.
Because, mamaya, I will show you a video kung anong nangyari dun sa lobby ng 18th floor. And I want you to identify these people. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
And Congressman Abot, in a while we're waiting for the members of this committee para po sa mga motion natin, we will be waiting for the other members to arrive as well. But for the meantime, this presentation, the chair would like to acknowledge the presence of Congressman Busita as well, who's here today. So, we have received a copy of the different presentation by the NCRPO group, the investigative team. We got hold of all the documents. We got hold of all the videos and everything. So we'll just be reminding again, all those who are involved in this operation, one more time, to refrain from lying in this committee. Otherwise, this time, if we find out that you are lying, we will be citing you in contempt. We have warned you in the last hearing, but this time we will do it because we got hold of all the evidences and basically, if we have seen that you are lying with our documents that were submitted in here, then we will be possible to do something that you will not like. So we will be proceeding with our investigation. So, who would like to first ask the question? Wala muna. Dito na, meron po tayong mga interpellators na nandito. So, we'll be asking muna si Congressman Busita. Akala ko muna magtatanong. Pero because ako ang chairman, maghuhuli na lang ako. As what been advised by my vice chairman, Congressman ako. Huli na lang kami. So, Congressman Busita, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning po. Mr. Chair, during the previous hearing, request po natin for the DITM to submit reports doon sa mga police personnel na na-dismiss yung mga kaso nila. Meron po bang sinabit sila, Mr. Chair? Wala pa rin. Nandiyan po ba ang DITM, Mr. Chair?
Good morning, sir. As per your request, sir, all documents were already prepared. We're just waiting for the signature of the RCQNP, then we will submit to this honorable committee, sir.
Mr. Chair, kailan po kaya may sasubmit yung report?
Sir, as soon as we obtain the signed documents, sir, we will submit it.
Mr. Chair, sino pa ba ang hinihintay na detalma doon sa report nila?
Sir, we've already submitted it to the office of the GPNP, sir.
So, hinihintay na lang, Mr. Chair, yung signature ni CPNP.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chair, may tanong ko po ito. Kasi napansin po ng marami nating mga kababayan na tayo daw dito, conduct na investigation. Yes, we are here conducting investigation in aid of legislation. And of course, yung ating mga kababayan, Mr. Chair, interesado sila. Ano ba nang nangyayari doon sa mga police personnel na iniimbestiga natin? Kaya po, nagtanong ko yan, Mr. Chair.
Congressman Busita, in that line of your queries, with regards sa mga investigation that we have conducted. I just wanted to report that I got a report from General Lucas of the Region 4 just yesterday, informing us of all the accomplishment regarding our investigation. First, yung a major particular that was started by Congressman Ako. Pointing sa report, that is released yung lahat ng mga they were all dismissed and criminal case are being filed. So in other words, wala na sila sa servisyo. Sila major possible kasama sila, may warrant of arrest pa sila. And at the same time, yung lahat ng accomplices, dismissed din sila sa service, and then at the same time, ay meron po silang warrant of arrest ngayon. Now, doon naman sa isang kaso, nung kila Colonel Legend sa San Pedro, I got the report that the 13 involved were all dismissed. And a criminal case will also be filed against them. So in other words, yung pong ating ginagawang hearing, in aid of legislation, aside doon sa mga babaguhin natin sa batas, ay nabibigyan ng kaukulang kasagutan yung mga krimen na ginagawa ng ating mga kapulisan. And we have asked also General Nartates to give us all the report coming from the different part of this country, also to give us kung ano na yung nangyari doon sa mga kaso na file. But basically, sa hearing natin, these are the pertinent cases that we have discussed. And nagkaroon siya ng magandang resulta. Yan, Congressman Busita, you are the floor.
Yes, Mr. Chair, I agree. As member of this committee, alam ko po na yung especially yung mga House Resolution authored by Honorable Vice Chairman Romeo Ako, na lahat talaga yan may naging magandang resulta. Binanggit lang natin ito, Mr. Chair, siyempre, nagtatanong po yung ating mga kababayan. So maybe, Mr. Chair, siguro po, every time na meron po tayong mga inimbestigahan, katulad dito, ay napakaganda po na bago tayo mag-proceed sa next agenda, kung merong imbestigahan pa, ma-update po. Dahil napakaganda na itong result nitong mga inaksyonan ng committee nito, lalo na yung mga House Resolution authored by Honorable Vice Chairman Ako. Alam ko, personally, Mr. Chair, may magagandang resulta. Pero hindi po natin maiwasan na ang ating mga kababayan ay nagmamonitor, nanonood sa mga katulad nito. Parang sa iba na hindi nakakaalam, ang nagiging impression ay naglalaro lang tayo dito. Kaya Mr. Chair, napakaganda po na nabanggit ninyo yan. And we are hoping na katulad po nito, next time, at least ma-update po yung ating mga kababayan para malaman po nila na itong ating investigation na ginagawa dito ay hindi lamang in aid of legislation. Talagang may positive result at hindi minokonsente ng PNP leadership itong mga iilang iwali sa ating hanay.
Are you done with your case or I'm going to allow Congressman Ako to but you're going back to
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May I know the representative of the IDN? Kindly identify yourself and position in that directorate.
Sir, I am Police Colonel Crescenciano Ilan Dicho, the Chief of Crime Analysis Division.
The invitation was made to your boss, right?
Yes, sir.
Nag-retire siya, si General Noble.
Yes, sir.
Sino ngayon ang DIDN?
General
Yung pong request ni Congressman Busita, bakit nahihirapan kayo na i-provide?
Actually, Sir, it was already prepared but pinapipirmahan lang po kay sa GPNP po, sir.
Is there a directive by the GPNP that all reports to be submitted to Congress will be signed by GPNP? Kasi kung ano nagpapatagal ng pag-submit yun ng report dito eh. And in my almost 20 years of stay here, yan palagi ang rason eh. Meron bang directive na kailangan pirmahan ni GPNP lahat ng reports na pinasasabit ng Kongreso?
Mr. Blythe,
There is none.
Mr. Blythe.
Sir, as per our legal, sir, as of the moment, sir, our director is in OIC, sir.
Hindi mo naman sinasagot yung katanungan ko, Colonel eh. Ang tanong ko, pakinggan mo maigi, is there a directive of the GPNP that all reports required by Congress to be submitted by any office of the under the GPNP will be signed by the GPNP?
As a matter of practice, sir, all reports must pass through the GPNP.
When you say pass-through, kailangan niya pirmahan o kailangan lang niya malaman?
Kailangan pong malaman, sir.
So, kung kailangan niya malaman, hindi naman siya pipirma ng report.
Answer please. Siya mapipirma o hindi?
Actually, sir, siya po ang pipirma, but of course, it must pass through with the chief, sir.
May I ask from NAPOLCOM if there is such a resolution that this practice will be stopped?
Congressman, Vice Chairman Alberto Bernardo, you are the please reply.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Your Honor. From the NAPOLCOM, sir, we believe that this can be decided by the Director of Staff. At the most, it will be decided by the Chief Director of Staff. It does not have to pass through the Chief if these are not change of policy, director major concerns. These are routine, sir.
Kasi kung ganun po ang policy ng PNP, depende nyo ilihim para sa akin. Di ba? There's nothing to be hidden in so far as statistics na hinihingi ni Congressman Lutita. Or baka natatakot kayo na yung statistics ninyo ay will prove otherwise yung my statements ninyo. Di ba? Sige. Kung wala kayong tinatago, bakit kailangan pa si GPNP mag-apo?
Colonel
Landicho, sir.
Landicho, sige, please, answer.
Actually, sir, our director is only an OIC or officer in charge. That's why all document must be submitted to the GPNP for.
Napaka-simple lang kasi ng tatanungan eh. No? I think yung valid naman yung hinihingi ni Congressman Cosita. No? If it's going to pass through the GPNP, in aid of legislation yung aking pong trabaho dito, I think copy producing the GPNP will suffice. Di ba? At any rate, siguro, Congressman,
I would just like to remind the representative of the IGN.
Yes.
May powers ang OIC. Hindi lang siya pwedeng mag-hire, hindi rin siya mag-alis ng mga tao yun sa DIG as OIC. Pero yung mag-submit ng report, trabaho niya yun. So you must distinguish. Kasi nirarason mo, OIC lang yung nandun ngayon eh. I cannot accept that as a logical reason for you not to be able to comply with the directive of the Honorable Rosita.
Would you agree with that? Kasi ako sa tingin ko, hindi naman papayag si GPNP na kailangan pa siyang gamitin. Di ba?
Yes, sir.
Okay. O, sige, please reply right away sa request ni Congressman Busita.
Yes, sir, we will comply.
Thank you, Congressman ako. So, Congressman Busita, you can proceed.
Yes, Mr. Mr. Chair, in addition to this concern, hinalang po natin yan kasi Mr. Chair, as retired police officer, nakita ko ang PNP, kaya kong sabihin, excellent. Excellent when it comes to directives, memorandum, policies, guidelines. Parang pag pinasa mo, wala ka ng idea na dapat pang idagdag eh. But when it comes sa implementation, Mr. Chair, anyway, pare-pareho naman tayong Pilipino, walang benggahan dito. Magaling ang PNP, excellent. Pero pagdating sa implementation, doon tayo sumasablay eh. Nabanggit ko ito, Mr. Chair, kasi kung nabibigyan ng proper attention yung guidelines, directives, policies, siguro wala tayong iniimbestigahan ngayon. Kasi kung titingnan po natin, Mr. Chair, yung statistics, napakahalaga po nito eh. Para even the PNP leadership ma-appreciate niya, parang ang layo natin doon sa target. Ang liit ng ating compliance para madisiplina yung ating kapulisan. Na-explain ko lang po ito, Mr. Chair, kasi po, parang yung ating Honorable Chair na-confused din doon sa aking tanong eh, parang irrelevant eh. Pero, Mr. Chair, relevant po ito dito sa ating pinag-uusapan. And to continue, Mr. Chair, NCRPO, kailan nga po ba nangyari itong incident na to, na itong inaksyonan ni Honorable Vice Chairman ako? Last year?
Your Honor, September 16, 2023.
September 16, 2023.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ako talaga, 100% Mr. Chair, kumpiyansa ako sa galing ng PNP pagdating sa investigation. That's why, on my part, hindi ko kinu-question yung report ng director ng NCRPO. Ang galing. Though, ito ay investigation pa lamang at hindi natin pwedeng sabihin lahat ay validated or confirmed. Pero as retired police officer, talagang humahanga ako sa galing ng PNP pagdating sa investigation. Now, yung pong insidente na inaksyonan ni Honorable Vice Chairman ako na nangyari noong September 16, 2023, sinasabi na hindi lamang 27 million plus 4.6 million pesos ang nakuha doon sa apat na Chinese nationals. Ang unang dineclare po dito, kung nare-record ko lang tama, 4.6 million. Then, nung merong nag-report sa regional director ng NCRPO at sinasabing kulang pa yun, lumabas yung 27 million pesos. Now, Mr. Chair, may mga kaibigan po kasi ako sa mga ilang bangko. At nagsadya ako sa kanila para itanong, ito bang nakikita mo sa picture na bag or yung mga maleta, tapos yung nakapanto, maniniwala ka ba na 27 million pesos lang ang laman yan? All of them, ang sabi, hindi sir. Hindi yan 27 million pesos lang. Now, Mr. Chair, going back, ako, kumpiyansa ako sa galing ng PNP na mag-conduct na investigation. Ang tanong, Mr. Chair, ang NCRPO, doon po sa inyong investigation, siyempre tayo, hindi tayo tumitigil hanggang hindi tayo satisfied doon sa ating investigation. At the NCRPO, doon po ba sa nakita natin mga maleta, bags, na dala ng ilang personnel ng PNP na nag-check-in sa hotel? In your own opinion, RTNCRPO, naniniwala po ba kayo na yun ay 27 million lang?
Your Honor, in my own personal appreciation, it is more than, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. My next question is, kung hindi po tayo naniniwala na yun ay 27 million lang at i-add mo pa yung 4.6 million, Mr. Chair, ano po ang naging result ng follow-up investigation ng PNP and CRPO to find out kung magkano talaga at nasaan na yung ibang pera, Mr. Chair?
During the investigation, we're able to document only the 27 million. And it is part of the investigation also. However, discreet ang ginawa natin. That's why mga intelligence information ang ating mga nagatag. And I would like to discuss it through the regional intelligence personnel about the result, one of the results of this intelligence operation, resulting to the gathering of this information.
So, Mr. Jen, Congressman,
Yes.
before you proceed, the Chair would like to recognize acknowledge the presence of Congressman Stephen James from the first TAN, from the first district of Samar, and also Congressman Reynolds Michael Tan from the second district of Samar. Hindi ko na kilala ko from the Chinese embassy, pare. I'm sorry. Okay, Congressman Busita, you can proceed.
Yes, Mr. Chair, to continue. Mr. Chair, more than 4 months na po from September 16, 2023 until now. Wala pa po ba tayong development of the NCRPO kung may pera pa bang nakita o may pera pa tayong hinahanap? Mr. Chair.
As of now, no more, Your Honor.
So parang ina-accept po natin na based doon po sa nag-gather ni, kung hindi po ako nagkakamali, by the way, na information ni Honorable Vice Chairman ako, allegedly more than 60 million pesos yung withdrawal ng Chinese national bago nangyari yung insidente. And naniniwala po tayo na hindi lamang 27 million pesos yung laman ng bags o ng mga maleta. And based doon po sa reply ng Regional Director ng NCRPO, para po bang gusto nating sabihin na hanggang doon na lamang yung ating investigation kung may nawawalang more than 20 million halimbawa? Yung po ba ay gano'n na lang or ano po ba? NCRPO Director, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Sir Honor. Of course, the investigation will be a continuing one, whether this will be filed in court or be dismissed. The investigation will be continuing. And as much as the information that we had before, just like the Honorable Congressman Ako, it is more than 60 million. But the date that was given to us was months before that raid on that fateful night of September 16. It was dated on July. So, kung makikita mo, since kung mayroong business transaction sila, pwede mong masabi na nabawasan. So, the accounting that we are doing, especially the investigators, is based on facts and evidence we have. So,
Mr. Chair, pwede po bang malaman doon sa, I think, dalawa bang PNCO yun, yung nag-check-in sa hotel, dala yung pera, Mr. Chair? Democrito and Dexter, Mr. Chair. Democrito, please.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chair, Police Staff Sergeant Democrito, di ba nag-check-in kayo sa hotel, tama?
Opo.
Bago ba kayo mag-check-in, planado na mag-check-in kayo?
Check-in na po kami kasi wala na po kami matulugan po sa DSOE.
Ilang araw kayo doon?
Isang gabi lang po.
Isang gabi lang. So, may plano ba kayong mag-check-in o wala prior doon sa operation?
Wala po.
Okay, wala. So, kung wala kayong plano, ano yung laman ng backpack ninyo?
Mga gamit po namin.
Anong gamit?
Mga damit po namin.
Pero wala kayong plano mag-check-in?
Wala po, bago pong operation. Wala po.
Okay. Benefit of the doubt. Taga saan ka? Police Staff Sergeant Democrito.
Bulacan pa po.
Bulacan. How about Dexter?
Quezon City, Your Honor.
Okay.
Ito lang ako ng Congressman Busita.
Yes,
If I can, medyo naalala ko dun. So, kayo nag-check-in dun sa loob. Kayong dalawa.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, kayo ang sumulat sa sa reception, kayo ang nag-register, kayo ang nagbayad.
Yes, Your Honor. Kami nagbayad po.
I'm reminding you, both of you, you are under oath. Again, pag napatunayan namin dito na hindi kayo nag-register doon at hindi kayo nagbayad doon, iiwan namin kayo dito sa loob ng Kongreso. At may proposal si Congressman Ako, again, sa City Jail kayo babagsak. Anong uli? Sino nag-book sa hotel? Kayong dalawa o others?
Labing dalawa po, Your Honor.
Kayo nag-book.
Yes, Your Honor.
Kayo pumunta sa reception, kayo pumasok doon, tapos binok nyo. Mga pangalan nyo nakalagay doon?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sige, mamaya. Go ahead, Congressman Busita. Hindi na espasyo, di ba? Kaya yes, espasyo.
Alam ko lang yung tanong.
Sige.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Sabi kasi kanina ni Honorable Busita, anong laman ng backpack? Mga ganit. Okay, I will agree. Kung titingnan natin yung video, may mga maleta pa silang dala eh. Doon sa pre-recent na video in the last hearing, may mga maleta kayong dala, tama?
Yes, Your Honor.
Gamit nyo pa rin yun for one night. O sige, magsinungaling ka ngayon sa akin.
Yes, Your Honor. Gamit po namin po
Gamit
yun.
nyo,
Opo, Your Honor.
maleta at saka backpack.
Your Honor, yes po.
Gamit nyo, galing sa operation.
Galing po sa DSOE office po.
Apala, Congressman Ako, saka Congressman Busita. Kayo may-ari ng backpack.
Opo.
At kung kayo may-ari ng backpack, nasa bahay nyo na yun, saka yung maleta, correct? Kayo may-ari di ba?
Iniwan na po namin doon sa DSOE po.
Bakit mo iiwan doon? Bakit mo iiwan yung maleta?
Gamit
Ikaw
po
may-ari nun. Ikaw may-ari nun. Sa dalawang maleta, bakit mo iiwan sa DSOU?
Ano lang po yung mga gamit namin doon, Your Honor.
Ano na mga damit mo? Ba't mo iiwan sa DSOU?
Kinarga ko na po sa sasakyan, Your Honor.
Ano?
Kinarga ko na po sa sasakyan.
Nasa sasakyan mo na yung maleta.
Opo,
So,
nung
inuwi mo na.
Opo.
Okay, ganun, that's it. Inuwi mo na yung maleta mo.
Your Honor, naiwas sa DSOU, Your Honor.
Sa'yo, naiwas sa DSOU. Bakit mo iniwas sa DSOU? May dalaman ng mga gamit mo. Personal mo mga gamit, bakit mo iniwas sa DSOU?
Nakamotor lang ako, Your Honor, kaya...
Hindi mo siya binalikan?
May dala. Hindi, nasa DSOU office, Your Honor.
Okay nga, iniwan mo doon.
Kasi narinig na po kami doon, Your Honor.
O bakit mo iniwan? Ano ang mga gamit mo?
Your Honor, nilagay ko po sa isang
pag lahat
Nakuha mo na?
Yes, Your Honor.
Nakuha mo na, nasa iyo na maleta. Nasa iyo na maleta.
Wala sa akin, Your Honor. Nandun sa...
Kinuha mo na eh. Tapos yung sabihin mo, wala sa iyo. Ano totoo?
Naiwan po dun sa ano, DSO.
Bakit mo iniwan? Personal mo mga gamit ang nandun.
Pinagkasya ko lang po sa motor, sir.
Pero pinagkasya mo sa motor. Sabi mo iniwan mo, ngayon pinagkasya mo sa motor. Ano ba
Pag
ito?
nilipat ko po yung mga gamit, sir, pinagkasya ko lang po para may ilagay sa motor.
So nasa iyo na ang maleta.
Wala na po, sir.
Ano saan ang gamit mo?
Pinagkasya ko po sa isang bag sa mga plastic, Your Honor.
Bakit mo iniwan ang maleta mo?
Wala na po kami sa DSO.
Oo nga, ba't hindi mo binalikan? Maleta ko yun, magkano maleta, binili mo yun. O yan sabi ni Demokrito, inuwi na yung kanya. Isa yun, hindi mo inuwi.
Hindi ko po
Kasi, kaya hindi nyo inuwi, dahil yung dalawang maleta, nasa DSOU. Gusto nyo pakita namin? Gusto nyo pakita namin yung dalawang maleta na nandun sa DSOU? At ikaw, Demokrito, nagsisinungaling ka na nasa iyo na. Wala sa iyong maleta, nasa DSOU. Ano? Pakita namin. At pag napakita namin, we will cite both of you in contempt. Papawi nyo, hindi. Demokrito, Desel, ano? Papawi nyo, hindi.
Yung sa akin, sir, nasa DSO yung officer.
Yan. Alisin nyo yan, alisin nyo.
Mr. Chair, yung pag-check-in nyo dun sa hotel, at what time and date did you do it? So, sagutin nyo ako.
Hindi ko na po maalala, Your Honor.
Hindi mo malaman?
Hindi ko na po malipad, Your Honor.
Your Honor, Mr. Chair, number one, nandiyan naman yung representative ng Espacio Hotel. Maybe we can ask them what records do they have doon sa pag-check-in sa hotel. Kasi malapit ko na pagtungin ng ulo ng dalawang yan. May we ask the kindly please, Mr. Chair.
Yes, go ahead.
Tanongin yung one.
Yo. Espasyo. Sige, go ahead.
Honorable Kusita with your indulgence.
Sige, go ahead.
Yes,
Espasyo, Mr. Camila Mamula. You can
Hello.
take your oath.
Yes,
Okay, go ahead.
Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Honorable Chairperson. Actually, our presence here today is supposedly to request for a resetting of our appearance because we just recently sent your invitation yesterday, requesting us to present documents and materials pertaining to the investigation. However, we requested that we be given the list of materials considering that our business is highly private, considering that it's a hotel business. So despite the fact that we wanted to assist you in your investigation, we still want to be assured that the rights of our clients, most especially the privacy of our clients, will be protected as well as our obligation to protect them pursuant to law. So we will cooperate, we will give you whatever you want, but we request that list of items and proper invitation, Your Honor, and also resetting of our appearance once our legal team has studied.
Okay,
Thank you, Your Honor.
so we probably will be asking for a subpoena for those documents later on. But of course, Chairman, going back to what we're discussing, I think kaya in accordance with the investigation, yung dalawang bag yun ando na sa DSO. Sabi mo kanina, Demokrito, inuwi mo na. Nandyan.
Sabi ko po kanina yun, lagay ko po sa sakyan.
Ano pare? I walk you there. Hindi alam mo, sa totoo na sinasabi namin sa inyo, nasa ibaba pa lang kami ng aming pinepresent ngayon. Nasa inyo pa lang kami. Aakyat kami later on. Ang sinasabi ko sa inyo, huwag kayo magsisinungaling. And you lie. You lie. Sa DSOU eh. Sabi mo, nasa sakyan mo. Ayan oh, nasa DSOU. Gusto mo pakita namin dito na nandito yung laging sa yan? Gusto mo mamaya papakita namin dito mismo. Hawak namin ang labis ninyo. Stop on lying. Kaya nasisira ang image sa mga PNP eh, dahil sa mga later on, we will be citing you in contempt. Both. Congressman Cosita.
Mr. Chair, nag-jump to conclusion ako na inamin na ng dalawa na pera yung laman ng mga maleta at saka ng bag. Hindi pa pala. Staff Sergeant Democrito.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Staff Sergeant Democrito, nakaranas ka na bang makulong, hindi ba?
Yes, sir.
Ilang beses?
Isang beses, sir.
For what case? Offense?
To sa homicide po before year 2000 when I was a civilian pa po.
Civilian ka?
Yes, sir.
Tapos nag-police ka?
Yes, sir.
So, civilian ka, may kaso bang homicide case?
Yes, sir. Pero hindi po nag-prosper, sir.
Bakit?
Kumbaga nagkasundo namin po nung later on.
Settlement? To cut the story short, inareglo yung...
Nagkaayos po.
Okay. Then, nag-police ka?
Yes, sir.
Anong first assignment mo sa police?
Nag-PMG po ako ng Thailand, 2007.
Provincial Mobile Group?
Ako.
Saan?
Sa Bulacan po.
Bulacan. Ilang years ka na sa service?
16 years na po last August.
16 years.
Opo.
Ilang beses ka nang nagkakaso?
Yung ganitong kaso po ngayon pa lang po.
Other case?
Wala po. Puro motopropyo lang po na related sa narcotic po.
Na-assign ka na ba ng DEU?
Opo.
Ilang years?
Putol-putol po, pero nag-start po ako around mga 2014 to hanggang sa 2018.
Kung pagsasama-samahin natin gaano ka katagal na assign sa DEU?
Almost 5 years po.
For almost 5 years assigned with DEU. Kung i-imagine mo, ilang cases na, ilan ang na-aresto mo sa drug-related cases?
Hindi ko na po mabilang, Your Honor.
Estimate lang.
More or less mga nasa, yung sa akin po, mga nasa 50 plus.
50 plus.
50 to 70.
Anong status ng kaso na yan, 50 plus? May mga na-dismiss na bang kaso doon?
Wala po.
Wala. Wala.
Wala po.
Tapos na lahat.
May isa na lang po natitira, Your Honor.
So kung isa na lang, almost 50 convicted yung arrested persons.
Sa mga convicted pa lang po, sa mga buhay po.
Okay. Going back, hindi ninyo inaamin na ang laman ng baggage nung pumasok kayo sa hotel, pera, hindi.
Hindi po, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, pwede po bang, sino po ba nag-conduct ng investigation on the part of NCRPO, Mr. Chair?
Your Honor, ako po.
Colonel, Police Colonel? Fermin.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, Police Colonel Fermin, based on your investigation, ano ba yung laman ng baggage, pera o hindi?
Yes, Your Honor. Pera po.
Pera. Now, Mr. Chair, Police Colonel Fermin, paano ninyo nasabing pera?
So based on the revelations of the other
officers or police officers who participated in the said operation. And of course, coupled with the intel side, sir, of the investigation, sir. And na-find out ninyo na yung perang nasa kustodiya ngayon ng NCRPO galing doon sa baggage na yun. Tama ba, Police Colonel Permin? Yes, Your Honor. Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. Police Staff Sergeant Democrito.
Yes, Your Honor.
Diretsa ang tanong. Hindi totoo yung investigation report ni Police Colonel Permin? Totoo o hindi?
Hindi po.
So, kasinungalingan yon.
Masasabi ko lang po, hindi po totoo.
So, nagsisinungaling yung investigation ng NCRPO?
Opo.
Okay. Mr. Chair, with your permission, Police Brigadier General Mariano. Is here?
Yes, Secretary.
Totoo ba yung pagkaintindi ko, hindi ka kasama doon sa operation?
That's true, Mr. Chair. Hindi po ako kasama sa actual operation.
Yes. Tama ba yung iniisip ko na nandito ka ngayon dahil bilang ikaw yung director ng Southern Police District? Tama, mali?
Tama po, Mr. Chair.
So, kung hindi ka kasama sa operation, sino sa immediate staff mo ang pwede nating sabing alam yung operation?
Wala din po, Mr. Chair.
Pero one of your personnel ang nag-lead dyan, which is si Colonel Ibarra. Tama?
Tama po, Mr. Chair. Si
Okay.
po ng DSO, si Transfer na.
So, you as commander, as director ng Southern Police District, at hindi ka naman maging general kung hindi ka qualified to become general. At second day na ng hearing natin ngayon. Maliban doon sa ating mga clarifications, clarificatory questions, may mga iba-ibang sagot, matanong lang kita. Sa ngalan ng PNP, sa ngalan ng public service, sa tingin mo, sino ang mas kapani-paniwala? Si Police Staff Sergeant Democrito and Lester or the investigation report of the NCRPO as per Police Colonel Permin?
As para sa aking personal po, sir, na ano ba, wala po akong alam kung pera po yung laman nung kanilang dahil hindi po nakakita na pera po yung laman.
Hindi ka naniniwala na pera ang laman nun?
Hindi ko po nakita, Mr. Grant, but with the investigation of our police officers after my relief, inaasahan ko po na nakuha po nila yung based on the other evidence na natanong po nila o nakakita sa pera. But as far as I know, hindi ko po nakita yung pera kasi.
Okay, Mr. Chair, dahil maingay na, my last question ay CRPO. Out of 44 PNC personnel, ilan po ang nakasuhan ng administrative case or cases? Ilan po ang nakasuhan ng criminal case, Mr. Chair?
Your Honor, we have filed 35, or we have filed administrative cases on 35 personnel involved in operation. So the legal case, sir, still being studied, sir, by our legal team or the legal division of our NCRP.
Hindi po ba nagsampa ng kaso yung kabilang party?
Yes, sir, they have with the ombudsman.
Sa ombudsman pa lang,
Yes, Your Honor.
walang criminal cases filed against PNP personnel alleged involved in this operation.
They have filed both admin and criminal case with the ombudsman, Your Honor.
So, yung sa criminal case, ilan ang sinampa ng kaso?
All of them involved in sa operation, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Chair, maraming salamat po.
Okay, before we proceed, we would like to acknowledge the presence of our napakasipag na Congressman, Mr. Erwin Tulfo, party list CIS. Thank you so much for being here, sir. And of course, Congressman Peter Gonzaga of 2nd District of Davao de Oro. Okay, so we'll be proceeding. May tanong lang ako sa mga natin, mga members ng operation. May tanong na rin lang kay si Pio Ginto. Patrolman ka ba?
Police Staff Sergeant po, Your
Sergeant,
Honor.
sorry. Sergeant, may tanong lang ako sa iyo.
Yes, sir.
Kasi kayo yung nag-operate, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Anong position mo dun sa operation? Anong role mo?
Sir, as conducted briefing, Police Lieutenant Colonel Jolet Guevara, I designated as perimeter security.
Okay, perimeter security. Sa labas kayo, in other words.
Yes, sir. Your Honor, first instruction to me, my...
Perimeter kasi as per se, sa labas, di ba? Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Yes, Your Honor. So, ano na una? Pumasok kayo sa loob o binasahan muna ng karapatan yung mga isa-search? Sino ba yung nagsasalita dito sa nakared? Sino siya?
Good morning, I'm Dr. Counsel for POP.
Counsel. So kumuha na kayo ng counsel.
Yes.
So you can stay at the back, please. Simple lang naman ang tanong ko eh. No need for a lawyer for this one. Ang tanong ko, ano na una? Pumasok kayo sa loob ng 1811 o binasahan nyo sila ng karapatan?
Your Honor, hindi po ako yung...
Hindi naman, tanong mo na. Sandali. Perimeter security ka, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Perimeter security ka, di ba? So
Yes, sir.
supposedly nasa labas ka ng unit, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Perimeter eh.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Since andun ka, perimeter security, nakikita mo lahat. Okay. So, anong nauna? Pumasok sa kayo sa loob ng 1811 or binasahan sila ng kanilang karapatan?
Sir, bali...
Ano nauna lang? Ano nauna?
Pumasok po, sir.
Pumasok?
Yes, sir.
Pumasok na agad kayo?
Yes, sir.
Nung wala pang binabasang karapatan?
Sir, pagpasok po namin, doon pa lang po binasahan sila, sir, ng karapatan, sir.
Kaya nga, so mali na yung protocol nyo. Pumasok kayo sa loob without reading yung karapatan sa kanila.
Ano po, Your Honor, kasi nasa loob po yung mga tao yung...
Patanong ko na lang sa'yo, babaguhin ko.
Yes, sir.
Ilang beses binasa ang karapatan?
Isang beses lang po, Your
Isang
Honor.
beses?
Yes po.
Sigurado ka?
Yun na po ang pagkakarikol ko po sa akin, Your Honor.
Isang beses?
Yes po.
Saan binasa ang karapatan? Sa loob o sa labas?
Sa loob po.
Sa loob?
Opo.
Wala sa labas?
Wala po sa
Okay. You are under oath. Tandaan mo.
Opo.
Okay.
Opo.
Susunod. Demokrito. Saan binasa ang karapatan? Sa loob, sa labas? Ano na una? Pumasok kayo sa loob or yung pagbasa ng karapatan?
Yung first question niyo po kung saan binasa, doon po sa may opisina na po. Doon sa opisina, kung saan
Sa may opisina?
Apa.
Sa may opisina? Okay. So ano na una? Yung binasa yung karapatan o yung pumasok sa unit 1811?
Nauna po yung pumasok, Your Honor.
Nauna kayong pumasok. Pumasok na kayo sa loob lahat.
Opo, doon sa kung
So nakapasok na kayo sa lahat sa loob bago binasahan ang karapatan. Tama? Yan ang sinasabi mo?
Opo, Your Honor.
Okay, ha? Dexter, ano na una?
Perimeter security lang po ako, Your Honor.
Yes, correct. Perimeter security. So hindi ka pumasok sa loob?
Hindi po, Your Honor.
Hindi ka pumasok sa loob doon?
Pumasok po ako nun after the operation, Your Honor.
After operation. After operation ka. So, hindi mo nakita yung pagbasa ng karapatan.
No, Your Honor.
Hindi mo nakita. Okay. Purpose.
Tulad Your Honor, hindi ko po matandaan kasi nakapokus po ako sa security guard nung sa harapan.
SWAT ka ba? SWAT?
SWAT po, sir.
Pumasok ka? Yes or no?
Pumasok po, sir.
Ano na una? Yung pumasok kayo o yung binasahan ng karapatan?
Hindi ko siya matandaan, sir, kasi
Patatanda ko sa iyo mamaya, papakita ko.
nakapokus po ako, sir.
Sige. Hindi mo matandaan na pagdating nyo, paglabas nyo ng elevator, dumiretso na kayo sa loob ng 1811?
May security guard po doon, sir, sa unit 18. Pagpasok po na.
Paano pwede makikita yun? Siyempre, nandun ako babasahan ka na, di ba? O siyempre, pagpasok nyo sa 1811, dapat babasahan mo na, di ba? Ito. O tapos, babasahan. Nangyari ba yun?
Hindi ko siya ma-recall,
O
sir,
pumasok
kasi
na lang kayo sa loob.
ang tasking namin po, sir, security perimeter, secure yung mga huli, sir, saka yung mga...
Major, magsalos. Ano na una?
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. Nauna po yung pagpasok sa unit bago po yung pagpasa ng search warrant.
Anong role mo sa operation?
I am the former chief substation of Tambo. I am the territorial police here.
So, hindi pa kayo dapat pumasok. Pumasok na kayo.
I believe, Your Honor, the reason why is that the subject of the search warrant is firearms considered as armed and
Paano mo
dangerous.
masasure yun?
That's why
Paano masasure? Hindi nyo nga nakuha yung Bushmaster. Nakuha nyo.
Your Honor,
Yung M16 nakuha nyo. Were you able to get the M16?
I'm not the one.
Were you able to get the M16? Yes or no?
No, Mr. Chair.
Oh, no.
I'm not the search and seizure. Hindi po
Kasi hindi nga kayo sigurado.
control yan.
Okay, at tinatanong ko, pumasok ka right away from the elevator, pumasok ka na agad sa kwarto. Yes or no?
Yes, sa likod po.
Yes,
Sa likod po
pumasok
ng
ka.
squad, Mr. Chair.
Pumasok ka.
Yes, Mr.
Correct.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Diba? Nauna, ang pagpasok kaysa basahan ng karapatan. Nauna,
Yes,
yung
Mr. Chair.
pagpasok nyo.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Major Giana. Ano na una?
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Ang nauna po, pumasok po muna kami bago namin binasahan ng mga karapatan, Mr. Chair.
So would you admit na may mali kayong ginawa? Dahil inuuna nyo pumasok. Di ba? At nung pumasok kayo doon, inayos nyo na lahat. Bago nyo binasahan ng karapatan. Is that the right presumption from this chairman?
Your Honor, nauna po yung pagpasok namin. Kasi
pagpasok nyo doon,
sinicure po muna namin yung lugar, Your Honor.
Sinicure nyo, yun. Ilang minutes kayo nag-secure ng lugar?
Hindi ko po masabi, Your Honor, kasi it's operation, Your Honor.
Anong mga sinecure nyo sa lugar?
Yung mga huli po, Your Honor, kasi marami pong tao nung gabi na yun, Your Honor.
Hindi mo sinecure ang pera?
Your Honor?
Hindi mo sinecure ang pera?
Hindi, Your Honor.
Hindi sigurado ka. You're under oath. Lahat kayo, na tinanong ko, under oath kayo. So hindi nyo sinecure. Wala kang sa pera, kumbaga pa. Okay lang yan. Okay?
Your Honor,
habang nagbabasa si Guevara, nung kanyang tinatawag na sa search warrant, nasaan ka?
paikot-ikot ako, Your Honor, kasi kina-check ko namin yung mga huli, Your Honor.
Pakikot-ikot ka?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Sa pagkakatanda ko po.
Ikot-ikot ka, okay. Colonel Guevara, anong una mong ginawa? Pumasok na muna kayo o sinerve mo yung search warrant?
Based on my briefing, Your Honor, based on my recollection, I designated a team na ma-secure muna yung to prevent yung we believe that they are armed and dangerous, Your Honor. That is why we secured first the area. Then right there and then, a matter of 2 minutes, I already read the search and rights with the suspects, Your Honor.
So, in other words, inayos niyo muna ang loob.
At sa pag-ayos yun ng loob, pumapasok na yung si Patrolman Acosta.
Kasama
At
po kayo.
pagpasok niya sa pintuan, doon na tumigil ang body worn camera. Is that correct?
I have no personal knowledge regarding that, Your Honor.
You have no personal knowledge because Major Quijana, siya nag-order kay Patrolman Acosta that patay na yung body worn camera. As a matter of fact, members of this committee, I just wanted to present sa inyo yung mga senaryo na napagduktong-duktong natin in relation to doon sa nangyari. An actual PWC and also the CCTV. Okay? So in other words, dito makikita natin na nagsisunod itong mga to. And allow me to show some video that we were able to mapagkumpara natin kung saan present ng body worn camera yung unang video that 12:30 papasok sila doon at biglang nakat and then suddenly okay nag-back to the future sila na maayos na nilang lahat saka sila nagtayos inayos ni Colonel Guevara doon sa labas ng ng pintuan at doon niya binasa yung search warrant. Remember, you all lied.
Panawakin niyo po mga kababayan kasi like and share po.
In other words, Mr. Chair, dalawang klase ng istorya na narito. Okay. Dalawang senaryo na dito sa atin. Dalawang senaryo na dito. Sa kaliwa, yun yung nawawalang 27 minutes na kung saan doon pinatay ang body worn camera. At pumasok yung tunay na nangyari sitwasyon sa loob ng Unit 1811. Sa Unit 1811, nung pumasok yung 13 personalidad from the operation, dito inayos niyo pa. Lahat inayos ninyo. As a matter of fact, I can show the video exactly what transpired. Ito ang nag-transpired noong
pinatay na ang body worn camera. Share mo daw.